Hi friends, welcome to Grade B. We are back with yet another important lecture on the PIB current affairs series that we are currently running in our YouTube channel. So let's begin with the PIB current affairs from the period of 21st January to 31st January 2022. Let's begin with the first news article, Banking on Electric Vehicle in India report. So this report is released by Niti Aayog plus Rocky Mountain Institute and RMI India. Right? Means RMI Institute, the entire division of RMI Institute plus the Niti Aayog. So this report, this report's highlighted that Reserve Bank of India should consider EV vehicles into the PSL. Okay, so the report provides consideration and recommendation to inform the inclusion of EV in Reserve Bank of India's priority sector lending guidelines. Why? Because see, when bank encourages people to buy EV, giving a special loan or rebate on loan or something like that, then the adoption rate will increase. Eventually, the target of 2030 to go carbon, 50% carbon reduction emission norms. So we can easily meet that. So this is one step on that front by the Niti Aayog. So again, this report, provides multiple other thing as well, which you can go through in our current affair material. We'll move to the next news article, that is online storage management, OSM. So this is by the Department of Food and Public Distribution, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, developed roadmap to roll out online storage management in the country. What will happen? So see, when online storage management, it's like, let us take an example. It's like core banking solution, right? Even if you go to a branch of SBI in West Bengal and you go to a branch in Kerala, if you want to check your uh, account, I mean the balance and all, you can do that, right? Because all the things, all their systems are connected to a common server. Okay, and the technology is known as core banking solution. In the same way, online storage management, by this, what this ministry or the public distribution department of food and public distribution is doing, a single source of information for the food grains stored in the country for central pool through integrating a state portal with the central pool, right? So let's say one day Modi ji decides, or the PM of the country decides to check the condition of, storage of food. What he have to do as of now? He will have to ask all the state government. He will have to, ask all the central departments. They will calculate all their plus 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 plus. Then he will get. But after doing this, there will be a single source. There will be a portal. Maybe he will just tell his secretary, "Kitna hai batao." The secretary will log into that portal and will say, "Okay, sir, this is the actual storage of central pool, and this is the storage of the state pool, and altogether this is the data." So somewhat like this. So this is one step moving to one ease of doing business, I guess, right? So, so this will improve efficiency and transparency in stocking, storage, movement, distribution of the food grain. And also, this will help check corruption. As simple as that. So this is, let's move forward. So this is expected to be completed by March 22 within this year. Let's move to the next news article, engineering goods sector. Okay, exports of this is export data. Okay, again, this is not so important considering exam is not in next 2 months. If your exam is on May, then this is important, but not again very important when the exam is conducting on the month of May. So you just go through it, keep a mark on it. If you are able to remember few important points like this, then that would be great. Export of engineering goods jumps to USD 81.8 billion during April-December 2021 provisional as compared to USD 52.9 billion during the same period. Right? Growth in engineering export. So even you see in yesterday's news what we have seen, growth rate on the credit sector, right? So we have seen how agriculture sector has boomed in terms of credit growth from the banking system. Now growth in export sector. So all these things show that economy is rebounding to its previous, or rebounding as a uh, or, or heading towards 3 trillion economy. So Let's top five export destination from April to November 2021: USA, China, UAE, Italy, Germany. Okay, and in the month of I think November or October, there was a news article which said that USA is very much concerned about the widening trade between India and US. So see, 14% of the export that India did in engineering goods is 14.7%, right? So this is again good. Engineering means we are growing technologically as well. This data shows that as well. Let's move to the next news article. So as you all know, uh, in our current affair material, be it PIB or be it normal current affairs, the financial news and all, we do provide the relevant static part of it so that you don't have to hunt it everywhere. So with this, let's move to the next. India emerges as the largest exporter of cucumber and ghee creams in the world. Okay, so you can expect a MCQ based question in this. Exporter of what maybe in NABARD examination and in RBI examination in descriptive. Obviously, it's important. Okay. Now, let's move forward with Trade Defense Wing. Trade Defense Wing operates under DOC, result in reduction of anti-subsidy duty imposed on Indian exporters from 11 to 2.28%. Means this is very good. From 11% anti-dumping duty, sorry, anti-subsidy duty to 2%. So it's actually the good thing. Now, trade deficit being under Department of Commerce bring relief to Indian exporter. So you can go through this news. Now, this TDW was established in the year 2016, right? So every static part is given in our current affair news. Next, electronic manufacturing vision document. So government is trying to make India the electronics manufacturing hub because you see, electronics is something which is required in everything in the near future, even today. So as of now, you can see even the automobile, even the automobile industry is in the huge need of electronic goods. Electronic goods doesn't mean TV, washing machine, fridge. Nahi. Electronics includes everything, the chip as well. Right? That is also a part of electronic. So even the mobile industry is completely electronic. So you see, this is one of the booming sector. So Vision Document 2.0 released by MEITY as a 5-year roadmap and vision document of the electronic sector. What's the title? 300 billion sustainable electronic manufacturing and exports by 2026. Target year is 2026. Amount is $300 billion. This roadmap is second volume of Part 2 Vision Document, the first of which titled Increasing India's Electronic Export and Share in GVC, which was released in November 2021. Okay, so you see the product segment. So by the end of 2021, this is the current status, and this is what we want to achieve. Okay, where it's mobile phone, IT hardware, consumer electronics, strategic electronics, industrial electronics, wearable and hearables, PCBA, auto electronics, LED electronics, telecom electronics, electronic component. So you see, means capturing the full electronic market. Then let's move to the next news article. Scheme of on enhancement of competitiveness in Indian goods sector phase 2. So Ministry of who have released heavy industries on January 25, 2022. Date is not important, but which ministry has released is important. Okay. So see, capital goods are mostly related to heavy industry. So you can correlate that and can remember. So what is the aim for providing assistance to common technology development and service infrastructure? What's the financial outlay? Rupees 1207 crore with budgetary support of rupees 975 crore and industry contribution of rupees 232 crore. What's the objective? Objective is to enhance the competitiveness of capital goods sector, is to expand and enlarge the impact created by Phase 1 pilot scheme, thereby providing great impetus through creation of strong and globally competitive capital goods sectors that contribute at least 25% to the manufacturing sector. This is the objective. 25% to the manufacturing sector of what? Of capital good. Why capital good? Now the big question is why? I think in the national income video, we have explained how capital goods, plays important role in uh, multiplying the things in the economy. So why will you purchase a capital good? Okay, because capital goods give rise to new opportunities, right? That's why capital goods, even if the contribution is 25% to the manufacturing sector, let's say, okay, so it's like the same thing. You buy a car, you buy a tractor. This is of personal use, right? Even if you lend car to someone else, you won't fetch that amount which a tractor can fetch, right? It's simple. So car is actually a consumer good, but tractor is a capital good through which you can multiply the money. You can employ it in the agricultural field. You can earn the money. So this is the difference between a normal good and a capital good. Let's move to the next news article. So it has six components. Okay, identification of technology through innovation portal, through technology innovation portal, setting up of four new advanced center of excellence and augmenting of existing center of excellence, promoting of skilling in capital goods sector, creation of qualification package for skill level 6 and above, setting up of four common engineering facilities centers and augmenting of existing CEFCs, augmentation of existing testing and certification center, setting up of 10 industry accelerators for technology development. Right? Let's move next. Fourth National Conference on Agriculture for Summer Campaign 2021-22. Union Agriculture Minister addresses Fourth National Conference on Agriculture for Summer Campaign 2021-22. Okay. The government has taken new initiative through various programs for cultivation of summer crops such as pulses, scores. So this is the fourth National Conference on Agriculture for Summer Campaign 2021, who addressed Union Minister, right? This is more important for NABARD than your SEBI and RBI examination. Now, electronic goods export, you have seen the electronic good vision document, but now let's see the export. Okay, export touched 1.67 billion last month, registering a growth of 33.9% over 1.25 billion launched in December 2022. Right? Why? Because India manufactures many pharmaceutical electronic goods. India manufactures mobile phones. Even mobile phones of Samsung are getting shipped from India. So in that terms, yes, this sector is obviously heading towards something very good. The top five export destination, if you see, it's again the USA the first, then UAE, China, Netherlands, and Germany. See, even though we are dependent on China, we also export goods to China, right? So maybe the 7.6% consists most of our uh, pharmaceutical electronics goods. Okay, so if you see item wise, mobile phone constitute a major chunk of India's electronic goods sector export. Right, so mobile industry is booming in India after Samsung has established their plant in Noida. Right, so these are the goods that are going from India to other countries. Then Central Asia, India Central Asia Virtual Summit. Okay, this is the first engagement of its kind. That's why this is very important. Which are the leaders who have participated? This many countries leaders have been participated. What's the objective? So three objectives that the Prime Minister has highlighted. That's it, to make it clear that cooperation between India and Central Asia is essential for regional security and prosperity. Then, to give an effective structure to our cooperation, which will establish a framework of regular interaction at different level and among various stakeholders. Then to create an ambitious roadmap for our cooperation, right? So this is how the objective has been highlighted. So if you go through the key highlight, the important thing is that the Prime Minister has called an integrated approach for regional connectivity and cooperation for next 30 years. Okay, India and five other Central Asian countries have decided a joint working group on Afghanistan. Okay, because situation in Afghanistan doesn't have a normal government. Okay, so that's why a working group on Afghanistan. It was decided that leaders of India and Central Asia would hold a summit level meeting every 2 years. Next summit is expected in 2024. Right? With this, let's move to the next news article. Swachhata Startup Challenge. Okay. So this is by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs and again launched by Agency Française de Development (AFD). Okay. Now, what is the theme? It has four themes: social inclusion, zero dump, solid waste management, plastic waste management, transparent through digital enablement. Right? What's the price? Top 10 will receive 25 lakh each. And this is only thing that is important. Exports of marine products. So this is an export data of marine product which you can go through it, and you know these are not so important, but again this holds important and this holds relevance when you have to write a descriptive paper. You have to have some data, you have to have some logic of what you are speaking. Even if you don't remember data, you have to remember the trend. What's the trend of the Indian economy? Because that is how you can make your answer stand out. Even in the marine product, you see the top five export destination. USA is number one, China, Japan, Vietnam, and Thailand. Right? Next ranks. Okay. Let's move forward to the next news article, that is India's exports of ready to eat product. Okay, ready to eat means you open the packet and that is ready to eat or ready to cook. So under the APDA basket has registered a significant growth in the last 1 decade. In the last 10 years, this type of product have achieved one of the significance. So in 2021, India export of the final good products, which include ready to eat and ready to serve, was more than 2 billion. All this data is not important. Again, go through it to understand the trend. That is the thing that is important. The major destination of RTA exports of 2020 and data are, this is where, some of the maybe an MCQ can be formed, right? What is the major destination? So see, till now, whatever export we have seen, it's the USA at number one. So that's the easy thing to remember, right? UAE, Nepal, Canada, Sri Lanka, and so on till Singapore. Okay, let's move forward with the next. First revised estimate of national income, consumer expenditure, saving, and capital formation 2020-21, released by NSO, MOSPI. Okay, first advantage which we have already seen in other video, so we are not going through it, just go through it so that you have a clear idea of what the advanced estimate says. Okay, then let's move to the short news. So this is district governance for 20 districts of Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. This is released by recently Home Minister and Ministry of Cooperation, the Minister for the Cooperation, Shri Amit Shah, right? So with this, we have come to the end of this lecture. We wish you very good luck from Team Grade B. Happy and thank you, learning.